Good morning, dear friends and family of known and unknown.
What exactly, Tatjana? Every word that comes to mind is not what I'm trying to say. Known or unbeknownst to myself. Have a lot of friends I haven't met yet on this planet. Seriously. You may be one of them. Here we are. I missed yesterday. No time. Center point of this wave spell. Sort of. Quintessential center. The quintessential tone 5 yesterday. White wizard. And today the rhythmic tone 6. Blue eagle. The quintessence of love, loyalty, heart is the white wizard. Timelessness. Okay. Good morning, brain. I did have breakfast though. Timelessness. Enchant, receptivity. Yeah, this enchant. The heart wants to be enchanted. The heart is always enchanted. When we love things like, oh my God, this is good. Oh, I love this. You can love a good flavor, like, oh my gosh, or good music. I mean, that's enchanting. That's like magical. Receptivity, and you have to be receptive, right? Have to be. I don't know, but receptivity really has a lot to do with love and heart. Receptivity. You can't force love. You can't produce. Well, you can't produce it. Yes, you can. You can conjure up that state of being. Receptivity. It can be receptive to everything. Timelessness. Love certainly is timeless. I love you forever. I will always love you. Some of our most beautiful songs about that. And yet, yeah, what is that? Every time the heart breaks, we're like, fuck that shit forever. Bullshit. You said you would and now you don't. The funny thing is that, I mean, for those of us who've fallen in love a few times in our lives, we realize, like, hey, wait a minute. And yet each time feels different. Each time feels as if this is so different from the last time. So much better, da 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 da. And it feels as forever as the last time. And the last time wasn't forever, so why do we forget? Do we forget? I think love is timeless. When we love, it's timeless. We experience timelessness. It feels like forever. Forever is a now. I mean, there's no such thing as time. So what forever? But in the eternal now, forever is forever. Logic. And love is forever, of course. We leave love. Love does not leave us. So we leave forever. Oh, but there comes another forever, so it's all good. It doesn't make any sense that way around. Coming at it with my eagle mind? No. But tone 5, Radiant Command Center, in this wave spell. Oh, I said I would check on my neighbor. Maybe she's trying to communicate with me. Otherwise, it's no good recording this while there's this knocking going on. No silliness. If she was in trouble, she would call. She would call out. I mean, these walls are very thin. I would hear her. Radiant Command, Empower, Timelessness, Enchant, Receptivity, in a wave spell of love, loyalty, heart. So we are receiving, we're receptive. It's the quintessence to be receptive to our own empowerment. Empowerment. That word is calling out to me. What are you saying? Empowerment? Ma'am? Sir? It's underlining itself like galore. It's saying, I am really important. I am really important. Empowerment. Who or what empowers us? Can anything outside ourselves empower us? Yes, someone else can empower you to through a vote of confidence or through giving you an opportunity. Empowerment can come from outside. I'm kind of always like looking at the inside. Self-empowerment. My choices empower me. The electric human in this wave spell is empowered. Activation, bonding, service. Tone 3, electric. Yellow human, free will, influence, wisdom. In this wave spell of heart, loyalty, and love, yeah. So this empowerment, I mean, it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm always saying the same thing. Let's just turn words around. It just bears mentioning again and again. I think it's just quintessentially important to be receptive to ourselves. The wizard's glyph, the little image, is a face with its eyes closed. It's a smiling face with its eyes closed, very Buddha. And the third eye, or the crown chakra, very open. That's at least what it looks like. It's one way to interpret it. Maybe it's just the brain taken out. It's not about thinking. No need for brain. Did I mention the other day that in the traditional Chinese medicine, with all the 5 elements and 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 organs, whatever, they all have all these organs attributed to these elements, the brain is not one of them. I just can't stop laughing about that. I mean, is it any wonder? Is it any wonder? It depends on the size of the window of perception that we open. One can say, look, with this brain, we've come a long way. We've created a lot of stuff. We've, yeah, come a long way. If you make that window much, 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 much wider, you realize, like, hey, this brain, prized to, for all its whatever, it's just like a flash in the pan. I'm flash in the panning it these days. I don't know where that's coming from. Hello, who am I channeling? I mean, a human is a flesh in the pan, and yet it is the crown of creation. What does that mean? Exactly. It's worth thinking about. It's really worth thinking about. Tatiana, what do you say? No. It's worth considering, perhaps, or it's worth meditating about, or maybe it's worth just having some receptivity towards. We are channeling ourselves. Receptivity. Are we in love? Do we choose love? Are we in love with ourselves? I think it's a good idea. We should be. For so many of us in the West, that is very, very, very connected, closely linked to conceitedness, or maybe narcissism, or maybe selfishness, or something that's not allowed. But at least the older, like, slightly to more older generations, maybe anyone below the age of 20 or 30 doesn't have that program anymore. I'm not sure. But being in love with ourselves, I mean, oh yeah. And when you're in love with someone, there's no ego there. You just want to be with that person. You just want to, like, give them everything you've got. Make sure they're well, they're happy, they're cared for, it's just pure flow of energy towards them. And when you're in love with yourself, all of that goes from you to you. There's nothing bad about that. It's just beautiful. Why are we, in so many ways, I mean, there's an answer to that question. It's a rhetorical question, but why are we so in love with ourselves so often? And then there's good answers to that question. It's just, I want to pose that question not to find an answer to it. It's because of this and because of this and because of that. Yeah, we know all that. But I want to say, well, the answer to it is just like, how do I get to be more in love with myself? And to that degree, life, I mean, I will become receptive, or I can tune my receptor sites to its realizing, to its really feeling, knowing blue hand. Where's the blue hand? Not directly in this wave spell, attached to the yellow human on tone 3, electric human. We have a red earth here on tone 6, 7, 8. Yeah, of course, 8. Last wave spell was red earth. There's a blue hand attached to that. And the wizard. Lol. Of course. Am I right about that? I think so. I have to double check. Yes, of course. Gorgeous. So this hand, this knowing we are loved. Receptivity, the blue hand is occult to this wizard. This knowing that comes through receiving knowledge. I mean, a lot of us ask ourselves at some point, how did the ancients know which herbs would heal what? How did they know to mix this root from that tree with that leaf from that tree? How did they know to cook these two together for hours and hours and hours? And it would make the most powerful, one of the most powerful healing hallucinogenic brews known to man and woman. Shaman, shawoman. How do they know? Receptivity. The knowledge of things is everywhere. We are receptive to it. We can be receptive. Communication with plants, it requires receptivity. Receptivity is, it's not, how many of us go to school? Which class did we take in receptivity? No, 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 no. You can take a class on logic, yeah. But receptivity, without it, we just don't function. I don't think we can function at all. I think it's one of those things which is just so natural we don't think and talk about it. Or it's so absent we don't think and talk about it either. Receptivity, enchantment. Be receptive to be enchanted. If you have nothing else to do but to sit in the forest for days or years or lifetimes, you become very receptive. That's all music to your ears. Everything. I mean, those people would be hearing things in the forest I could never ever hope to hear if I spent years in the forest. Spiritual receptivity. The wizard on 5 is guided by, spirit, of course. Oh, I love it. It's guided by the white wind. Spirit, breath, communication. Oh, there are 2 wizards that are guided by the spirit. It's the wizard 5, the quintessential wizard in the wave spell of the love, heart, loyalty, and the manifested wizard in the wave spell of death. Yes! My favorite. I have a lot of favorites. My circle has a lot of halves, not just 2. Yeah, say no more. This receptive wizard. Oh. Okay, that was yesterday, which is still today. It's now, always, forever. And today we have this eagle here, guided by itself. Eagle, vision, mind, create, creator mind. on the rhythmic tone, balance, equalize, organize. Am I right? Am I wrong? Organize, balance, equality. A great day to tidy up. A great day to organize any part of ourselves. So how is this organizing, balancing, equality, vision, mind, create? Yeah. Okay. In the love wave spell. Yeah, obviously. This morning I was thinking, hey, now I'm like, yeah, it talks to me. I'm being receptive. It's maybe like not to get too lost in love. And I say not too lost in love. I think when it comes to love and relationship, it's totally fine to be a little lost in it. I think that's a nice experience, and anyway, worth having. But ultimately, and we know these different kinds of love, you can find love where you're completely lost in it, and you can find love where you're suddenly like really like you finding yourself in it. And then this eagle follows the wizard always, immediately. So this, and they form another kind of bond. They're not in each other's kin, but they share the red serpent, and they share the seed. And seed and serpent do a pole switch between those two, from left to right, from right to left, from antipode to analog, from analog to antipode, and that's significant. So in a way, to me, the two of them are like polar opposites, but they form a mutually beneficial relationship. I haven't said that in months. Damn, how long have I been doing this thing? Slightly proud I am. I don't know if I should be. I mean, what is pride? But happiness. Anyway, that's like a pole switch. And yeah, okay, wait. So this mind has to be defined. You cannot just say mind and not define it. Vision may have to be defined, but vision is a little clearer. And then what? Create. May not need to be explained or defined. But where the wizard in this love spell is receptive and enchanted, the eagle is focused and creative. It's very different energy, very, very different. And they very complement love, they complement relationship. And I love, that he comes around rhythmically here, because in this contemplation I learned something about the relationship between wizard and eagle. Because the eagle here really tells me, yeah, you any creative process, you also have to let it go regularly. The rhythmic eagle is really like, you can't have a hard bent focus on anything all of the time. There has to be rhythm. You have to allow for natural processes, and they're always rhythmical. And the eagle also reminds us that the eagle has a long distance range vision. So for me, when I look at humanity and I meet anybody sort of slightly pessimistic about things, I always bring into focus the fact that our range of vision is too short in that case. We're looking at a couple of years, we're looking at a couple hundred years, maybe a couple thousand years, and then we kind of lose it in the distance. Humanity has been around for a very, very long time. A very, very long time. And civilizations have come and go. We just don't have, and we do have a lot of proof of extremely highly developed civilizations on this planet. It's just that our historical dictators are not really giving us either the truth about what we truly could actually know, or aren't humble enough to say, we do not know how old these structures are. We do not know anything about whoever put them there, and we do not know how old they are. So we're telling you they're 4,000 years old, and you better believe it. And it just doesn't add up. Somehow it doesn't add up. But maybe it does add up. It doesn't matter. But I think no matter what really doesn't add up is to have a pessimistic view. Because we are coming and going in waves. Learning happens in waves. We, in our own lives, we have to make mistakes to learn from them, and then we course correct. And as a human species, we do that. And we have been here for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. Who knows? I mean, the other day I saw something that in China they found the oldest some human body once was human, alive, still is human, unalive, and they dated it to like 1,000,000 years or something. However, whatever, I don't know. But I mean, I think it just has to be stated as a fact that we just shouldn't be hopeless. And even just today, if we could look at the planet in the last 10 years and really look at the whole planet, not just what the news is telling us, we would see such amazing developments, such improvements, such increase in light, increase in a lot of things that we would approve of. It would balance a lot the increase of the madness that we appear to be seeing. And I think if we looked at I think everything is about perspective. I'm sure the case could be argued that in the last 100 years, for argument's sake, you can take 50, you can take 10, you can take 5, you can take 500. Further back, 5,000 gets a little harder to prove, but I think we could probably really argue that things are they're neither getting better nor they're getting worse. Everything is kind of in a balance, yin and yang. One war stops, another one starts. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's maybe an increase in depression in some places, but in other places there's not. And there's an increase maybe in contentment somewhere. I mean, it's like, by how do we measure these things? And why am I saying this? Because I believe our pessimism isn't helping matters. And I believe that when we're pessimistic, it's like if you're living in a more northern or more southern hemisphere, and you're in an apartment that has windows only toward the north. Let's say northern hemisphere, your windows only towards the north. Part of the year you'll never see the sun. It's always kind of like behind you. If I'm not butchering this, but like maybe I'm giving this badly, but you know what I mean. It's like if you take, this is the fact about the sun, it cannot be seen in the sky, because I look out from sunrise to sunset. I look out every day and I don't see it. And you don't realize that, well, it is behind you. You'd have to step out of your house and look on the other side. And it seems like maybe it's a simple example, but a lot of us do this. We look out into the world through whatever window, whatever is, even our own experience. We have these filters inside ourselves, and they make the world we experience look a certain way. And if we don't realize it, we are filtered. We're not looking at reality in an objective way. We cannot, as a human. I don't think it's possible. I don't believe it's possible. Yeah, so anyway, it's like, oh, and yeah. It's just like a reminder wherever it needs reminding. Empowerment, enchantment. Who's going to empower us to more enchantment if we don't? Who's going to make that decision and make this experience come around if we don't? And nobody's going to come and just make it magically happen. And hopefully that should be so, because if it happens every now and then, someone comes and makes it magically happen, it enforces a liability. It enforces non-empowerment. It could. It just could do just that. When we have it all within us, just a while ago I heard someone say, I wish there was a switch to turn off worry. And I wasn't in a position to answer that point in time. But I'm thinking, but there is a switch. We have the switch in us. We have these switches in us. They are there. We just may not know how to access them or how to switch them. And we may really then want to ask ourselves, why? I've had to realize in my life, I've asked for change that I wasn't allowing. I wasn't receptive to making the changes in myself or in my life that I was proclaiming I wanted. And I realized that when I started asking, why is this not happening? Or why am I not doing what I'm saying I want to do? Or whatever. And I realized, well, there is another motivation beneath the one I'm aware of, that I'm not aware of. Good morning. I think flights should get a software update that they can recognize windows. Somehow. How would that work? How come we know what a window is and a fly just doesn't and goes knocking her head against it incessantly? This one heard me. Whoop, flew right out. Bless. I find that sometimes works, especially with mosquitoes or annoying flies. You mentally project into them the path out the window. And then you show them mentally out there a whole, like, especially with mosquitoes, like a whole, like, no, bloodbath. Like, there's lots and lots of food. Go there. And then they're like, they get onto that train, like, they don't even know what they're doing, but you can influence them. I've done that a few times. I lately gone to the forest. There's like gazillion of these incredible mosquitoes. I'm like, oh, can't hold the focus. Send you all away. I don't know. Bite me silly and hopefully be done with it. Anyway, where are we going? Eagle Mind. I wasn't there. I was lecturing about something. I think I'm done with. Yeah, realizing what intentions lie beneath. And the intention of a wizard and the intention of an eagle are quite not the same. Or they can be the same, but the ways to go about it are different. And this visionary mind, we can say, I want love, I want fulfillment. But am I using the ego? Am I using my mind? What mind? Am I tuning my wizard to spirit so that the focus on the wizard, yellow seed, antipod, analog on the eagle, focus, blossoming, it's best friend of the eagle. And then the serpent are instincts. Analog to the wizard, best friend of the wizard, furthest away from the eagle. And yet, after necessary, eagle doesn't work without serpent. Like, different senses, different, but they want to work together. Unify body, mind, spirit. Unify through focus. But focus on what? Just the wish for something? I want this, yeah. What can I do about it? Yeah, what can you do about it? How about focusing? Yeah, but I can't focus, or I don't know, I've been focusing, it's not working. We need to explore more. What is the focus really? Is it the focus of absence? Is it the focus of lack? Is it a focus on some unconscious thing that needs something other than what you want, than what I want? Does my unconscious need safety? structured safety, because either I've learned that from a parent, or I've learned that from an insecure upbringing, or I've learned that from a culture I live in, which maybe I've learned this kind of insecure living that would be much more alive for me. It's insecure and it's not good, but it's not insecure once you're linked and hooked into the divine. Insecure what? God is not insecure. And understanding, for me, I don't know, for me as yellow sun, I guess, all about what's my highest state of consciousness? What is it? I mean, I cannot leave God out of the equation. I can't. One can. It's possible. There's no need to have that. You can live a completely enlightened life and never talk the divine. Like, it's not necessary. For me, I like to have that in the equation. Maybe I'm not developed enough yet to have it not as part of the equation. Maybe I just don't need to judge it. Tatiana, what the fuck are you doing? But focus, vision, focus, receptivity, focus, receptive focus, visionary focus, more active, more passive, more yin, more yang. It's all in the balance. It's all in the balance. I don't need to say anymore. Where are we going tomorrow? We have the World Bridger here, by the way, in the occult. We're today on Tron 6, which means this one is 14 minus 6 is 8. So it's the galactic World Bridger and galactic tone. Harmonize model integrity. Letting go. It's the occult medicine of the eagle. It's the occult. The eagle has to let go to expand his vision, its vision. If you're stuck on a branch, you can have a vision of a radius that is good, but what's the point? You can't even go there to where you're seeing your mouse peeping its left ear out of its right hole in the ground to go there and eat it, because you can't leave the branch, because you're not letting it go. So what's the point of having any vision? Does that atrophy the vision? Then you might as well be a snake. You can't see anything. But a vision also needs to move, slither, and the body needs to be. I've seen a snake move. It's rarely like with that long body straight. Maybe not rarely, but it has this way of moving with its body in this grrr shape, and then it goes grrr, and the whole body. And you think, why aren't you just moving straight? Why are you taking the whole left, right, left, right, left, right? It's just so elegant, though. It's so beautiful. How can we have our bodies this able to be flexible, this able to be healthy, that our fluid systems or that our fascia are mobile and flexible? So important. And then the vision to be able to leave this place to go to another place. I am I am not going to make an I am statement. Thank you for catching me on time in this one. I may wish to investigate some of my side issues, because maybe me too is not letting go of comfort zones. Oh my goodness, I see it clearly. And I see how all of me just, my body, my red serpent just goes tight. Because like, no, don't challenge me, I can't leave. Don't challenge me. I get tight. Damn, double damn. How another way of living. And it immediately, as I see it, conjures up a bad feeling. Like a bit of guilt, a bit of fear, a bit of wanting to trick myself. Blue monkey, lunar monkey, wants to trick me straight into no, everything's fine as it is. This is comfortable, this is nice, this life is good, this is really good. You don't have to change anything. Everything is here where you like it. You just like it like this. Just shut the fuck up. I'm still tight. I'm laughing. I got sense of humor, so my monkey is also okay. Like, yeah, we can laugh about ourselves. But there's a very, very terribly serious issue at play here. I'm spreading my toes into hypertension, at least my one foot, the one that's up in the air. I'm pulling my foot up into causing hypertension. I'm pulling my foot close to the leg that my other leg is laying on top of. I'm sitting with my leg crossed over. And all of it is just causing tightness in my hamstrings and all kinds of places. And this is an automatic response my body has to fear, to, and what is this fear I'm responding to? It's a fear of change here right now. And as I'm relaxing my body and still holding my focus on this fear of change, another feeling rises, and I'm trying to describe it. I can't. Can I? It's a mix of energy that's activating me into motion. It's a mix of rage. It's trying to protect me from something scary, but also energy that's mobilizing me for motion. Like an excitement about change. I like, yeah, this would be good. It would make your vision clear and strong. It would make your body flexible and strong. Why are you stalling? Okay, I can start, my mind's starting to make a story. I'm going to leave it here. This is very, very interesting. Like, what the heck? And then there comes a point of powerlessness, disempowerment. There's an element of disempowerment. There's a memory of times in my life, precognitive times in my life where I was ready to explode with life and I couldn't. Many, many, many times. Feeling trapped, completely disempowered, overwhelmed, maybe also with the emotions in my environment that weren't coping, stress that was not mine. I had no stress of my own, but I felt all the stress of my caregivers, and there was a lot of it going around. So there's a lot of this programming. I am making an I am statement. I am perfectly capable of handling this. I'm perfectly capable of handling this information mentally, physically. Eagle and serpent can handle this. Dog is present, love. Heart is present, open. Wizard is present, receptive. Electric eagle, electric human is present with its electricity activation, but it's really linked to the wizard with its through the blue hand. I'm linking those two, knowing, accomplishment, accomplishing healing. I don't have to do anything. I can just allow it to happen. If it needs to happen, I am also receptive to the fact that I am no longer 5 or 3 or 2 years old. I am accepting that there's programming in me from that time, and I am accepting that I can, Blue Eagle mind, change that programming anytime I want. The galactic world bridger underneath this eagle is telling me we can let it go. You don't even have to know where you're going to let it go. Just take a float, just lift off. Let your wings carry you anywhere. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. Just take another branch. Even just 5 meters from here, that's already enough practice of letting go of this one and learning to understand you can be free, you can fly, you can move. It's okay. Yesterday's stuckness is not tomorrow's stuckness. Make no mistake in assuming the past is the future. Tomorrow is tomorrow we have the 7-tone, whatever it is, warrior, resonant warrior, which has the serpent in it again, and the world bridger again. And that's white, that's red, who's blue? The blue knight, abundance, intuition, tomorrow. So I'm handing this all over to tomorrow's eagle, resonant. Allow myself to resonate with new opportunity, with fearlessness. Letting that fearlessness resonate with the world bridger tomorrow really powerfully, with the resonant world bridger and the resonant serpent and the resonant blue knight. And we're guided tomorrow by the star, the resonant star, or any star, the star, harmony, elegance, beauty, art. Life is art. All right, I'm good with that. And then we're having the integrity and the day later of the red earth, where I've come from, my evolution. I am in integrity with my evolution. I always have my highest best at heart. I always have the highest best of anyone and everything at heart. I mean, hello, why not? I believe, well, whatever I believe is totally not important. So I think we're good to go. We're good to let go. I do not need to look further into the future of this wish spell. But wait a minute. Oh, yes, I do. There's the solar mirror. And then there's the planetary storm. And then, of course, there's the spectral sun. And then, of course, there's the crystal dragon. And then there is this wind, on the cosmic wind. So we're moving into this manifestation of newness, birthing, nurturance. Dog births collective nurturance. Love is collective nurturance. We're nurturing each other. So, yeah, man, that's our life. That's my life. She's like, yeah. And the planetary storm is the manifestation of the transformation of love through love, auto-generating itself at all times. That is my personal focus. And that is the focus I reflect on the solar mirror into the world. I reflect it back. I am a reflection of that. I am a reflection of the evolution of love. All of life, in my view, is a reflection of the evolution of love. That's what God is. That's what the manifested reality is. That's what anything is. And anything that isn't that is just that by which that knows itself. Okay? Has a right on its own. It's all good. There are many, many dimensions and things that exist beyond my existence. And that is well as should be so. I do not need to poke my nose into dimensions that I have no business poking my nose into. I'm perfectly content over here. And it all makes sense. This is a beautiful wave. And I'm taking note right now, this minute, that a few months ago I had intended to be able to hold in my focus in this kind of way an entire wave, and I remember I couldn't do it. When I started this spin in February or January or whenever did we start, I couldn't do this. In March I couldn't do this. Now I'm starting to be able to do this, and it's really nice. It's really nice to just simply, I'm like, whatever. Cut the personal stories. I'm enjoying it. So, I'm going to love and leave us and take flight into the day and wish us all a gorgeous eagle day, blue eagle. And how am I going to do this? I've always done. I'm feeling so lazy to make a photo of a white and a blue. Haven't I got one already? Maybe I've got one already. Putting these episodes together, if I do it on a daily, it's kind of routine. If I don't, oh, silly, I deleted that.
if I don't, some aspect of it gets tedious. Okay, have a wonderful day, and inshallah, I'll be back tomorrow. Spread the love into your own heart. It'll spread itself from there. Enchant yourself and be enchanted, and you become an enchantment to whoever you come across. Be loved by the tree next door, or outside your window, or in your front yard or backyard, or wherever you might meet a tree. Greet it from me. And you know what? If I'm right now this minute greeting these trees up there from you guys, and you guys are going to greet the trees wherever you are from all of us guys in this channel. Let's do that. Wherever we are in this world, it's just like I imagine this net, this line. If we could draw a line from each tree that we greet to each tree that we greet, and it would be like this network of something. It's a beautiful image. I like it. Okay. See you tomorrow. Oh.